Morning everyone. I am back again with the very second video of the fifth chapter of civics, Panchayati Raj system. Okay. Let me clear few things because you guys are continuously asking me, especially the students, that ma'am, you started from chapter 3. Why? Where is chapter 1 and 2 and where is chapter 4? So we have not included those chapters. We have included those chapters as assignments. Okay. So we'll be giving assignments from those chapters only. Okay. So you and whatever chapters the teachers are teaching you are very important chapters. Okay. And they are also the syllabus of periodic test 1. Okay. And do check out the syllabus. I think they have already been uploaded, okay, on parents portal. So do not ask these things again and again, ma'am, we haven't got the syllabus, and what is the syllabus for PT1 or else anything else. So please, this is my kind request to every single student and the parents as well. Okay, do see the videos carefully. You guys are not watching the videos, and that is why the confusions are continuously creating, okay, in your mind, and you guys are vexing the teachers as well. Okay, we being at home has taken this initiative to teach you guys, okay, so that your studies will not hamper due to the lockdown. Okay, so please do watch the videos very sincerely. Each and every single teacher has instructed how to do the work, where to do the work. Do you have to make a single copy or a double copy, or you have to divide the copy into two parts? Okay, so every such things are being discussed by the teachers. If you have to write spellings, the difficult spellings, if uh, you have to write it twice or thrice, everything is there. Okay, so it's my kind request to everyone to watch the videos carefully rather than asking the similar question again and again. Till now students are asking, ma'am, do we need three individual copies for this subject or this subject? No. Do listen to the videos carefully, and let me tell you again, in social science you have to use only one copy. Okay, and there is no need to divide the copy, no need to divide the copies into three parts. Okay, you just write the notes as well as the exercise works which have been uploaded on parents portal in PDF form. Okay, so you have to write each and everything which is there in the PDF, and do not ask me or any teachers again and again, ma'am, do we have to write exercise work only? Where is the exercise work? It is already given there, time to learn. Okay, below it you will see that under that section, choose the correct options are there, give short answer type questions, long answer type questions, and explain the terms, match the followings are there. Those are exercise questions. It's quite clear. Okay, you are not like you didn't reach class 6 from nursery, huh? You have read systematically for reaching to this class, isn't it? And you guys are much intelligent than we ever and than you ever know. So better ask your parents also to guide you. Okay, and do ask to your elder brothers or sisters. Okay, so let us start the chapter. And this is the very second video of this chapter, Panchayati Raj system. Yesterday, we have discussed the topics introduction to Panchayati Raj, structure of Panchayati Raj, isn't it? Today we'll be moving to Panchayats, and I think we have discussed Panchayat also. Okay, so we'll be moving today to the village level. Okay, let us move on, let us start the video. As we have already discussed in the very first video that the Panchayati Raj is a three-tier system, isn't it? the Gram Panchayat at village level, the Block Samiti at block level, and the Zilla Parishad at the district level. Today we'll be studying about the village level, that is the Gram Panchayat. Let us see the village level. So the Panchayat system at the village level consists of the Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat, and the Nyay Panchayat. Okay, the Panchayat system at village level consists Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and the Nyay Panchayat. The Gram Sabha. What is the Gram Sabha? So Gram Sabha consists of men and women in a village who are 18 years of age and above. Okay, they meet at least twice a year. The Gram Sabha elects representatives to the Gram Panchayat. Okay, the Gram Sabha elects representatives to the Gram Panchayat, and the Gram Sabha has the power. What are the powers of Gram Sabha? The Gram Sabha has the power to review the work done by the Gram Panchayat, examine Gram Panchayat's accounts of expenditure, remove any member by means of a vote of no confidence if the performance is dissatisfied. Okay, if the Gram Sabha is not satisfied with the performance of any member of the Panchayat, it can remove that member by means of a vote of no confidence. Actually, the Gram Sabha is a meeting, okay, of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. This could be only one village or a few villages. In some states, okay, in some states what happens, a village meeting is held for each village. Anyone who is 18 years old or more and who has the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha is a key factor in making the Gram Panchayat play its role and be responsible. It is the place where all plans for the work of the Gram Panchayat are placed before the people. The Gram Sabha prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things like misusing money or favoring certain people. It plays an important role in keeping an eye on the elected representatives and in making them responsible to the persons who elected them. And as you have seen, if they will find that the performance of the member of the panchayat, of any member of the panchayat, is not if they are not satisfied with their work, they can remove the member by means of a vote of no confidence. Okay, let us move to the second body of the panchayat system at village level, which is Gram Panchayat. Let us first discuss the composition of the Gram Panchayat. Okay, so the members of the Gram Panchayat are elected for a term of 5 years. Okay, and there are provision of seats, reservation of seats, isn't it? We have earlier discussed the very first module that according to the rules in 1992, the central government amended the constitution and formulated rules for the Panchayati Raj system, and it was one of the rules of the Panchayati Raj system formulated by the central government in 1992. So there is a provision of reservation of seats for the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, 1/3 seats for women, as well as backward classes also. Okay, seats may be reserved for the backward classes if the state law so permits. Okay, the head of the Gram Panchayat, okay, is the Pradhan, who is also known as Sarpanch. Okay, the head of the Gram Panchayat is Pradhan, who is also known as Sarpanch. Members of the Gram Panchayat elect the Pradhan. Okay, members of the Gram Panchayat elect the Pradhan. The Gram Panchayat members also elects the deputy chairperson. Okay, elects the deputy chairperson. Let us see the responsibilities of a Pradhan. So, what are the responsibilities of a Pradhan? The Pradhan is responsible for organizing the meetings of the Panchayat. Okay, the Pradhan is responsible for organizing the meetings of the Panchayat. The second one, the Sarpanch or the Pradhan signs important documents only. Okay, and the Sarpanch or the Pradhan coordinates the activities of the panchayat. Okay, to coordinate, the responsibility of a pradhan is to organize meetings, to sign important documents, and to coordinate the activities of the panchayat. Okay, as we have seen that the members of gram panchayat also elect a deputy chairperson. Okay, why is a deputy chairperson elected? So, deputy chairperson is one who officiates in the absence of the pradhan. Suppose if pradhan is not present, then the deputy chairperson officiates. Okay. The village panchayat constitutes several committees to carry out the different responsibilities, okay, assigned to them. There are several committees also in the village panchayat to carry on the responsibilities assigned to them. Okay, we'll be reading about these things when we'll be reading about rural self-governing bodies. Okay, and that is in the second term. Now let us move on to the functions of Gram Panchayat as well as the sources of income. Okay, to function properly, a Gram Panchayat needs money, isn't it? So from where did the Gram Panchayat gets the money? Let us see the functions first. The Gram Panchayat looks after the social, economic and cultural needs of the villages. Okay, the Gram Panchayat is responsible for implementing the community development program at the village level. It functions as it charge and collect taxes also, tolls also, and fees locally. Other than that, uh, the function of the Gram Panchayat is to maintain water sources, village wells, tanks and pumps, street lifting and drainage system. The next one, the fifth function, development of agriculture, primary education, health and sanitation. And the next one, to ensure social justice. Okay, to ensure social justice, welfare of children, settling disputes and generating employment in villages. And the last one, to organize sports, run health centers and immunization programs. So let us repeat the functions of the Gram Panchayat. The functions are to look after the social, economic and cultural needs of the villages, to implement community development programs at the village level, to charge and to collect taxes, to maintain water sources, village wells, tanks and pumps, street lifting and drainage system, to work for the development of agriculture, primary education, health and sanitation, to ensure social justice, welfare of children, settling disputes and generating employment in villages. Okay, and the last one, to organize sports, run health centers and immunization program. Now the question arises that from the Gram Panchayat, how they are able to follow these functions. Okay, from where do they get the money, okay, for functioning well in a smooth way? So the Gram Panchayat receives income from various sources. Okay, the Gram Panchayat receives income from various sources such as taxes on houses, shops and fairs, registration fees on purchase and sale of cattle, sale of public property, and grants from the state government. What are grants? Grants is the money, okay, given by the government for a particular purpose, okay. Money given by the government for a particular purpose, okay. The state government gives money for a particular purpose to the Gram Panchayat, okay. So these are the sources of income of the Gram Panchayat. Let us move on to the Nyay Panchayat. As we have already discussed that the Panchayat system at village level consists of Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat and the Nyay Panchayat. We have discussed the other two bodies. Let us discuss the Nyay Panchayat. Nyay Panchayat is like a local court. Okay, the Nyay Panchayat is like a local court. It is an important part of the Panchayat system. Its purpose is to settle minor disputes, to provide justice quickly, to pass judgments on petty, civil and criminal cases, but the Nyay Panchayat can only impose fines. Okay, the members study both sides of the case and give a ruling. The Nyay Panchayat, however, can only impose fines. It cannot send a person to jail. Okay, there is one Nyay Panchayat for 4 to 5 villages, and the members of the Nyay Panchayat are elected by the Gram Panchayats. Okay, are elected by the Gram Panchayats, as well as, however, a member of a Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of the Nyay Panchayat. Okay, the member of Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of the Nyay Panchayat. Okay. The process of justice is swift, simple and inexpensive. Okay. But if a person feels that he or she has not received justice in a Nyay Panchayat, then he or she can appeal. Okay, he or she can make an appeal at a higher court of justice. Okay, if a person feels that he or she has not received justice in a Nyay Panchayat, then an appeal can be made at a higher court of justice. Okay, so this was all for today, as we have discussed the Panchayat at village level. Let us revise the things first, then I will sum up the video. So what we have discussed? We have discussed till now that the Panchayat system at village level consists of the Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat and the Nyay Panchayat. Okay. The Gram Sabha consists of men and women in a village who are 18 years of age and above. Okay. So they elect the representatives to the Gram Panchayat. They have the power, okay, they have the power to review the work done by the Gram Panchayat and to examine its accounts of expenditure, and if it is not satisfied with the performance of any member of the Panchayat, it can remove that member by means of a vote of no confidence. The second body, Gram Panchayat, we have discussed the composition, that the term of the Gram Panchayat is of 5 years. Okay, there is a head of Gram Panchayat who is called the Sarpanch or Pradhan, and a deputy chairperson is also there. Okay, both these people are elected by the members of the Gram Panchayat. Okay, and as we have seen already through the 1992 rules which were amended by the central government, that there will be a provision of reservation for seats for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, 1/3 seats for women, as well as maybe reserved, some seats may be reserved for backward classes also if the state law permits. Okay, the responsibilities of Sarpanch is to organize the meetings of the Gram Panchayat, to sign important documents and to coordinate the activities of the Panchayat, and the deputy chairperson works in the absence of the Pradhan. Okay, and the village Panchayat constitutes several committees also to carry out the responsibilities. There are a lot of responsibilities. Okay, a gram panchayat alone cannot fulfill all the responsibilities. So there is a need of several committees also, okay, so that the gram panchayat runs smoothly and govern the village smoothly. Okay, there are functions of the gram panchayat. We have discussed about the functions as well, that the gram panchayat looks after the social, economic and cultural needs of the villages. The gram panchayat charge and collect taxes as well. It maintains water resources, village wells, street lighting, and drainage system. We have already discussed these things, that it look after the social, economic, and cultural needs. Okay, to collect taxes and to charge, to maintain water resources, street lighting, drainage system, development of agriculture, primary education, health and sanitation, and to ensure equal justice. Okay, welfare of children, settling disputes and generating employment, as well as to organize sports, immunization programs, and to run health centers. Okay, and they receive the income from the various sources such as taxes on houses, shops and fairs, registration fees on purchase and sale of cattle, sale of public property, grants from the state government. And let us discuss the last body of the panchayat, sorry, of the village level. Okay, the last body of the village level, that the Nyay Panchayat, which is like a local court. Okay, it is a very important part. Its responsibilities are to settle minor disputes, to provide justice quickly, to pass judgments, okay, over civil and criminal cases. It can only impose fines but and cannot send a person to a jail. And if a person feels that he or she has not received justice in a Nyay Panchayat, then an appeal can be made at a higher court of justice. Okay, there is one Nyay Panchayat for 4 to 5 villages. Members are elected by the Gram Panchayats. A member of Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of Nyay Panchayat. This was all for today. Okay, we'll be discussing about the panchayat system at the block level as well as the district level in the next video. Till then, have a nice day and do read the chapters, as you guys have already got the books, isn't it? So do read the chapter thoroughly. Reading is the only way to learn the chapters and to understand the chapters. Other than that, before reading the chapter, do see the video, then read the chapters. Okay, then it will have a quite different effect on your studies. Okay, have a nice day.